This unique farmhouse in Eldon, Iowa is the backdrop to one of the most famous paintings of all time, American Gothic. In 1930, Grant Wood stood right here and was inspired by the second floor window to create a unique American masterpiece. Today I had the rare opportunity to take a look inside the American Gothic house. I caught up with Jessica Strom, the administrator for the American Gothic House Center, to give us a tour into the house owned by the state of Iowa.
As soon as Grant Wood saw this huge Gothic window in this tiny little white house, he was somewhat amused by it. He was later quoted calling it pretentious for this tiny little white house to have this fancy, large Gothic window, and he decided he wanted to do a portrait of who he imagined would live in a house like that. Well, this is the front room of the house. You can see we have the double windows there that you see from the porch. Perhaps this was the living room, dining room. It's hard to say. You've got the old wood plank floors. Really, otherwise, it's a very simple house.
Up until 2008, people could pay rent to the state of Iowa and live in the Gothic house as tenants.
And it's got a nice little curvy stairwell to take you up there.
Just mind your head as you're going up to the second floor. You kind of have to duck your head as you're coming around.
You do.
And at last, we approach the window that is American Gothic.
And so that's where Grant Wood would have been sitting in his car.
The American Gothic House Center opened in 2007. It is a museum detailing the history of the house and one classic American painting, a symbol of Americana itself.
It reminds people of their grandparents or great-grandparents or uncles and aunts, you know, and they can see these old photographs of these family members, and they look all serious like that, you know, and so it reminds them of those values that were kind of instilled into, you know, our ancestors.
I'm Matt Berman for KTVO News, Eldon, Iowa.